Good morning. Hi everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Stacy here from Creatively Stacy. Thank you for stopping by my page. If you catch me live, be sure to say hello. And if you catch the replay, be sure to say replay. Make some noise so I know you are here. It's the end of a decade. And I decided to paint in my journal. I often do for many occasions. Happy occasions, sad occasions, events. It's kind of my art therapy journal where I just keep track of days gone by. And so I thought I would pop on and share with you guys in case you're looking for something to do today. I hope you paint along. Send me a picture if you do, or post it in the comments. Love to see your work. So I was trying to decide what I wanted to do to paint today, and I really wanted to do something along the New Year's Eve lines. And although we won't be going out and celebrating, and I know a lot of people do, if you do, please be careful. Don't drink and drive. Public service announcement. Stay safe. But we let the old year go out quietly and the new year come in quietly, and kind of enjoy just a peaceful day. And part of that for me is painting. So I just thought if you guys were around, maybe you could join me in that. A little too late for coffee and a little too early for wine, so I'm doing the iced tea thing, but I was going to put it in a wine glass. I thought that would be kind of fun, but I didn't. I was worried with the stem that I might knock it over and break it. I'm a little klutzy sometimes. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get started. Using primary colors, using acrylic today, and just playing. So, I hope you enjoy, and let me know what you're up to. How are you celebrating the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020? Are you reflecting on the past year, the past 10 years? Are you making plans for new adventures coming up? Looking forward to something great, I hope. The new year is always full of hope, and a new decade is 10 times better. So let's paint, guys. Here we go. Some light on it. I hope you can see and hear okay. If you pop on, let me know. I can move things around a bit if need be. I'm going to wet my brush and just wipe it off. And we're going to get right to it. I'm going to dab a little bit into some white and some blue. I'm going to lay out my thoughts here a minute. We'll start with a circle down here. A little more blue. There's a method to my madness, guys. I'm going to do a wine glass down here. And so I want a little bit lighter area where that's going to lay. Like I said, this is just me doodling in the journal, so it won't be perfect. I probably will just use this as a little art therapy. You come in late and you decide you want to paint this, hang out with me and keep me company, and then go back on the replay and catch what you miss. So you can do it too. feel like Facebook's been really wonky the last couple days. I think they're making changes as well. Go back into that white and do this way. In here, a little lighter spot too for my wine bottle or champagne bottle or sparkling something bottle, whatever makes you happy. This is kind of nice just to have as a general wall art. So, or if you like to do paintings to commemorate occasions as well, right? My colors ran together over here. I'm trying not to get red into this. I put my paint on the plate and then the dogs had to go out and I got sidetracked and my paint ran together. I'm trying to work around it. There we go. So, we were going to actually go out New Year's Eve. My husband and I usually do some kind of adventure together, and we were actually going to go out and burn some brush in the woods today. But it has rained so much the last couple of days, I don't know if anything will burn. We try to clean up our woods from time to time. A lot of the older trees lose a lot of branches and underbrush, and we try to, and we enjoy it, just spending the time together in the woods with the dogs and hanging out. But I don't know if the weather's going to be cooperative enough for us to do that. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just blending everything so it kind of goes together in my shapes from my background. I really would like this to be just a little darker in here. I'm touching into that red just a little bit because it ran into my blue, but that's okay. Just red and blue makes purple, guys, so that won't hurt anything. Just give me a little bit more depth in my blending. Here, let me wash this off. Has it been raining where you guys are? What's your weather? It's really gray and hazy today, but it's finally stopped raining. We had so much rain, our sidewalk was actually squishing. Never had that happen before. I don't know if it's because the ground was frozen. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. We have a cement sidewalk, and you could hear the water squishing under it. Very weird. Very weird. All right, so that's washed off. I'm going to set that aside. I am going to hit this with the blow dryer because I need to draw on it for what I want to do here. There we go. That should work. I'm going to use this paint jar, and you can use anything round, and just sketch out what I want to sketch out here, which is a wine glass. You guys have probably seen these all over the internet. It's a very popular one that people do. And I don't know. It looks a lot harder than it is, which I find is generally the case, right? That looks pretty good. So I just did half a circle. And we'll just bring this up a little bit straighter. Actually, I'm going to go out here more. Make my glass bigger instead of smaller, right? So I'm going just past my circle and drawing some lines. You could use a ruler here, whatever. I'm just sketching. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see the pencil on there, can't you? Come down in the middle of my glass. Do that. I'm just going to take, find a flat brush here. This one's flat. Put a little water on it. Let's see. Just going to erase those pencil lines that I don't want with a wet brush. Real gentle. There we go. So that's a neat little trick for you. You don't want to really dig into it too much because you'll disturb your paint, but that works good. Just set this over here in case I need it again. I'm going to go up top here. I'm using my hand as a measurement, I guess. I don't know how wide I want that, I guess. About there. Mostly straight. And then we'll come to the center. I don't want it that long. Something like that. Seems like my bottle's a little fat and my neck is short. I want my neck. I need a longer neck. Can anybody relate? That's what happens when I just doodle, you guys. I didn't practice this one ahead before I came on. I'm just playing. That'll work. Might make that bottle shorter yet. So I really want a longer neck. I'm just going to erase that line out real quick. It's a nice thing, you guys, if you sketch or draw before you get started, you get a better idea of proportions. And you can make adjustments. There we go. I like that better. What do you think? Better? I'm not seeing any comments again today, so I don't know. Facebook isn't sharing with me. So I'm going to just take a little brush, touch into that white. Just bring this back again. easy enough to fix up something real quick. So that's an easy way to do that. Okay, you guys, I think we're ready to put some wine in our glass, right? That's the best part. I'm gonna get an angled brush. Hopefully my red isn't too dry. And just kind of outline what we're gonna do here with this, right? Just kind of paint in this little swirl. We're going to go right to the edge of that glass on the bottom. And the red is kind of transparent, you guys. We'll have to do a couple of coats. Get your angle brush and just follow the drawing to try to make it as smooth as you can. I'm a turner, so I turn my painting. If you're not a turner, you can just keep moving. You keep it at whatever is comfortable for your hand. Get a little wavier. I'm going to go right up into this wine bottle. There's a little swirl in there. We're splashing it around as we're pouring, right? Turn it back around here. You got to trust the process, because sometimes these look a little funny in progress, but when it comes together at the end, you can definitely see. Make sure when you're doing your strokes are going to show, so go long and smooth with it. You don't want it short and choppy. You want to go in the direction of the swirl. Here we go. You can pour as much or as little as you want. Depends on how festive you're feeling, right? Okay. I'm filling the rest of my bottle up here. Okay, good, good, good. All right, now we're going to tap into just a little bit of that blue and mix it with our red to give us a purpley red. So definitely more red than blue, but we want a deeper color. We're going to do a little shading. I'm going to rinse off my brush. I got a lot of paint in it, and I don't want all that extra red in there. Here we go. So we'll go underneath our swirl here. And underneath here, just blend it out into the other red. You can always come back and do more coats if we need to. It's personal preference on that. Mine is kind of see-through, so it's really okay to have some of that color showing through. A little carried away there with that. You get carried away, take a clean wet brush and clean up your edge before it dries. You can always use a wet wipe or a Q-tip or something too, but the sooner you clean it up, the better. Just going to blend this a little bit more. Well, it's still wet. A little bit of dark. I'm not going to bother with too much darkness in that because that's going to get covered by the color of the bottle. So yeah. There we go. Good, good. And I'm going to take just a touch of white and mix that with my red, more red than white, just to get a little bit lighter. I'm going to cough, you guys. Excuse me. And I'll do some of that. I'm getting a lot of paint up in my brush and squeeze some of that out. There we go. We'll just do up here a little bit. Maybe a little under here. So it might not show well on camera, you guys, but in person, those little touches will definitely make a difference in your paintings. Okay. So let's do our wine glass and let that dry a minute before we do the wine bottle, because there's a lot of red to go over up there. I'm going to blow dry real quick, guys. Turn your volume down. Let's see if I can find a liner brush or a detail brush. I'd rather have a detail brush because I have a little more control. 3, 4. looking for a 0. This one might work. A 2. I guess we're going to go with the liner brush, guys. I can't find what I'm looking for. Be brave. A whole new year coming. So I'm just wetting down some black. If you wet down your paint, it's a lot more fluid, and if you're using a detail brush or a liner brush, it just makes this part easier. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect in life, so roll your brush before you, so you get that point back before you put it down. And I am moving my whole hand, not just my wrist. So that's why you kind of want it to be dry, because you're going to slide your hand down your page, and you don't want it to drag through your paint. You could also use a Sharpie for this, guys, if you're not comfortable drawing the line. Use a Sharpie. Don't get all stressed about it. It's supposed to be relaxing. You can see I have my hand down on the page, and I'm moving my whole hand. I'm not just moving my wrist. I've got my fingers on the page as a guide. And I'm going to change that stem line now that I'm seeing it with the red in there. I don't think I quite hit the center. And because I'm doing this on paper, my paper is a little wiggly. If you're doing it on a hard surface, it won't be wiggly, but it's because the paper got wet. And I know you can iron it or blow dry it or something, but this is just my journal, so I'm okay with it. All right, so we got that outlined. Let's go ahead and outline this up here too. So again, I'm turning. You can move or you can turn, whatever works for you. We're going to go in and color this in, so if this isn't precise, it's still able to be fixed, you guys. There we go. I think this is dry enough. Yeah, I think that's dry enough to go ahead and do the green on the bottle. And then we'll finish up with the lining and some light, some detailing. We'll be good to go. So I need, I think my bottle's going to be green. I don't have any green here yet, so let's do that. My brush is wet. This is going to be watery. Let's see. Dry enough. I'll have to get a smaller brush to get up into the neck. Let's get a little guy here. The neck color is more solid than the wine bottle itself because it's a thicker glass, so you might want to do a couple of coats on that. There we go. A little more water. And just paint with the shape of your bottle. Let that dry a minute and we'll come back and do a little bit more because it's more translucent than I wanted it to be, but I need it to be just a little drier. So I'm going to mix up just a little bit more over here. And I think we'll hit that with a blow dryer and finish it because then we can do some details. Adding just a little more blue. The yellow is really translucent, so the blue should help. Just dry that real quick so I can put another layer on it, guys. Volume down. We're all just dealing with the blow dryer today for this. It's the way life goes some days. Okay, let's see. There we go. That's better. So you can see where I did the red in there. You can still see the wine in the bottle. It's still translucent. I'm using it pretty wet. So it gives you that effect of glass. And again, go in the direction that the bottle's in, not some other crazy way. There we go. Wash that off. Wash that off because I don't need that anymore. And we're going to take a flat brush, a little flat brush here if I can find one. This one looks pretty good. I'm going to tap into our white and wipe it off really good so you have a really, really dry brush, you guys. And we're going to follow the direction of the glass again. And just lightly drag some white. And you can do as much or as little as you like. Drag some down here. I can get my brush in there. Just super dry brush. Wherever you imagine the light coming from. Come on, our bottle. Just a little bit more up to the top. A little brighter up here. Everybody gets all nervous about like this is some kind of crazy thing, and it's really not, you guys. Just super dry brush. There we go. And if you mess it up, you can go back in on your background and just, you know, put your white and blue back in there. Get some lighter blue here and show you. See that, how that just erases it? You just go right back in. If you decide you don't like it, you can go back in with your red and the wine. If you decide you don't like that. By doing the kind of swirly backgrounds, it really gives you a lot of play. Okay. I'll wet my brush and blend that just a little bit more. If you're not getting a blend, a wet brush will help you with that. Bring it right up to that line. There we go. See? Fixed it. Just that easy. I'm going to wash it off. I'm going to use this brush again and put that white back where I just took it out because I wanted some there. I just wanted to show you how to fix in case you got all nervous in your wine glass. All right. Let's see if this is dry. So again, super dry brush, wipe off as much paint as humanly possible. And we're just gonna drag this back in here. There we go. Beautiful. So, like I said, as much or as little as you guys like to see, you do. You do you. Now, I am going to take that little detail brush. And this one looks even smaller. Yay. Okay. A small one. I'm going to do the white first because then my brush won't be dirty. We're going to try to leave that black, but do some dashes with the white. This is just giving some interest to your painting. I'm dipping and swirling. Can you guys see over there? You can't really see over there. I'm dipping and swirling. Just inside that black line. Turning as I go. Here we go. Same thing here. And again, you could always use a white marker and a black marker if you didn't feel comfortable with the paint and you wanted to make this for some really nice art on your wall. That's really a good way to do it. And a little water to my white here. Go back to the liner brush. I think I do better with that than I do the detail brush. Like I said, we're just giving some interest to our painting. Nobody likes anything just one-dimensional. We like to have something going on, something going on. And by doing this, it kind of cleans up any lines that you didn't exactly get how you wanted them, right? Really don't like the side of that wine bottle. I got a little curvy over there. You can bring that out a little while we're at it. Let me get back into that green. Or a green. Just going to bring it out a little bit. Now you guys, that black line is dry, so I'm not going to necessarily be erasing it as much as I am just blending it best you can, but it is doable. We'll just go a little bit darker over there than we did. That's better. I like the shape better. Okay. Use that brush off. Dry it so I can fix that. Here we go. just do another layer here to blend that black out even more. There. Let it disappear. So I can't do any white in there while that's going, so let's just do some black. Again, this is just dashes. It's not actual full lines. And you can go all squiggly with it if you want to get, you know, whimsical. You know, I like to get whimsical with things. So if you feel like you can't draw that straight line, enjoy it. Get whimsical with it. It doesn't have to be right on the edge. Just follow the shape of where you're going, right? Maybe a little bit down our stem. If you feel like you lost some of your black in places when you went in with the white, you can go back. Drop them lines again. This would be a really cute hostess gift if you guys did this like on an 8x10 for a good friend of yours. And really make it your own. I mean, just really enjoy the process and make a gift. Everybody likes a gift. And I'm going to let that dry up here just a little bit more so I can put the white back in there. And this is all dry over here. Let's get some black or white. Black or white. This will do black. I'm just using a gel pen. You can use a Sharpie. You can use a paint marker. You could use a stencil. You can freehand it. Whatever you want to do. This is my journal. I just do just for fun. All right, let me add a little bit of white into my, that feels like it's dry enough. Find a flat brush. Dry it off. You want that dry again. So if you decide to paint this, send me a picture. I would love to see it. Put it in the comments, share it on the page, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to put a little bit in my wine here too, lighten it up a little. Totally optional. Super dry brush, you guys. And that's it. The last year of 2019 is in the journal. Play, embellish, have fun. Enjoy it. If you popped on, tell me what you think. Let me know if you try it. Say hello and let me know what your New Year's plans are. I want to see what everybody else is doing. Hi. Have a great day, everyone. Hope you're having fun, staying safe. See you soon. Bye.